Good morning, besties, and happy Thanksgiving. I have had the week off so far, and it's been a really productive week, but I haven't really had a day yet where I just veg out and read. Which is okay, because I've been getting a lot of stuff done that I've been wanting to get done and that I haven't had time to get done. I've been knocking out audiobooks left and right, but I really want to finish this, and it's taken me a long time to get not very far. I think I'm like 60 or 70 pages in. Yeah, 70 pages in. And by the time my days have been winding down over the last couple days, I've just been knocked out from being on the go. So I haven't been able to read big chunks in this, and so I thought I'd film a reading vlog. We don't have a lot going on today. It's going to be a really quiet Thanksgiving for me, just having dinner with my parents and my sister. We don't have to travel anywhere, so I have a majority of the day to just kind of lay around. I also have a dog whose tummy is upset, and she usually likes to be pretty cuddly and snuggly when she's not feeling well, so I think this is the perfect day for me to just lounge around, slow down, take a breath, and see how far I can get in The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I'm about, like I said, 70 pages in, and it's been kind of a slow start, but I don't know if it's because of the book or if it's because of me getting distracted and getting pulled away and falling asleep while I'm reading. So I want to give this a fair shot and give it a big chunk of time to kind of settle in and make some decent progress in it. I will say I don't understand so far why the main character is so kind of aggro to her new neighbors, to the people in her hometown that she's come back to. I mean, I can understand being antisocial and wanting to keep to yourself, but I don't know. It's just puzzling me at the moment. So I've got coffee, I've got cinnamon rolls in the oven, and other than a couple little chores that I have to do, where I'll switch to audiobooks, I'm gonna just lay around and read until it's turkey time, baby. Ooh, I'll do reading sprints. I think there are a couple of Tori's reading sprints on YouTube. Come on up, baby. There's my girl, my pretty girl.
Hello friends, welcome in. What are we going to be reading today? It feels, I was just like Cassidy, it feels like it's been full on since I've been reading sprints, but they are needed because they need accountability. Cassidy is linked down below. Make sure to go subscribe to her. Also, everyone wish her a happy 15K. Oh my god, no! I just caught her Twitch stream when Jonathan DM'd you or whatever and was like, here's a 15K. And it was, oh my god, that's so like, he's like, look at your Discord messages, so I thought he was having something really important to say, and obviously it is important, but then I was like, wait, why are you doing this to me on stream? Oh, Puppy, thank you. I wasn't expecting.
Never been to California, never been to LA, so I'll stay home and write these songs, pretend I'll make it someday. My friends are getting married, they're all settling down, so I'll lay here, watch the ceiling fan go round and round. And it's always gone too fast, like a trip to the beach or the life of James Dean. And it kills me to think I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. haven't seen my twin brother. I keep missing his calls. It's funny just how easily a family can drift apart. I'm finally getting married to an angel in human form, but I still think about Nashville. We're staying here the right call, and it's always gone too fast, like a trip to the beach or the life of James Dean, and it kills me to think I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. And it comes, but it won't last. Like you watching your life, waiting for the good part. And what kills me is I've been avoiding the happy ending.
Okay, I made it to page 125. So that's like almost 60 pages. But now it's time to get up and make some mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna switch to my audiobook, which I forgot what it was called. I think it's Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. I started that this morning on my morning walk. So I'm gonna put my AirPods in and start potato prepping. Good morning. It is Friday. I am out for a morning walk with my dog and I'm listening to Local Woman Missing. I'm like 3.5 hours in, and it's going pretty quickly. I was able to read only a few more pages of The Spell Shop last night, so I'm probably like 130, 135 pages in, but it is starting to pick up now. It was a slow start, but it's moving a lot more quickly now. I think now that there's some character development, I'm a little bit more invested, but I'm really liking it so far. It's really cute, and it's not like, it's sweet, but it's not super lighthearted, because there is, you know, the whole like, there's the whole element of like the political issues. So it's got some weight to it. It's got some, there are some things at stake for the characters, and so there's a little bit more of a suspenseful vibe to it because of what's going on with the revolution. Is it a revolution? The war. In the like the capital area. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna be out for kind of a long walk today, since somebody was a sick girl yesterday and we didn't get very much exercise, so I should get a decent chunk of Local Woman Missing done under my belt, probably a solid hour and a half maybe. And then I don't have anything planned for today. I'm not going out for any Black Friday nonsense, so I plan to just be home and relaxing today. So I'm hoping that I can finish The Spell Shop today. I think I'm like a third of the way through, so I think I have like 200-ish pages left. Not entirely sure. That sounds about right. So I think I can do it. All right, we're gonna finish our walk. We're gonna finish getting some fresh air, and then I'll check back in a little bit later. I'm gonna go look for squirrels. my friends, I'm back. I took a little bit of a break, met up with a friend, hung out for a little bit, hung out with dogs, made their dinner, all that fun stuff. And now it's a little after 8:30. I'm on page 185, so I'm like halfway. I have just under 200 pages left, so I'm gonna lock in for tonight and finish this up. You know, I mean business because I turned my phone off, all the way off, so I can finish this up without any distractions. And I've also been slowly kind of building my December TBR. I have a couple of ideas of things that I want to read in December. I have a book club book that I need to read, and then I have a Christmas themed book that I want to read, and so I've been kind of like filling in the gaps around those so that I have some nice variety. I found there's a horror book that I want to read and another Christmas romance, and so that's shaping up nicely. I'm excited for December. I don't typically go for Christmas or wintry themed books, but it's been working out well for me to plan out my monthly TBRs. So where I'm at so far, our main character is she just opened up her spell shop disguised as a jam shop, and she's starting to gain some customers, and she's coming around. She's warming up to her neighbors and getting into the routine, getting into the swing of things. And she sure is dense when it comes to one particular neighbor and his attention for her. So I'm going to settle in and finish this up, and that leaves tomorrow to finish up Local Woman Missing, and that should wrap up November pretty nicely. Alright besties, I am back with my final check-in. I have finished both The Spell Shop and Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica, and it is November 30th, so I am finally back on track for meeting my yearly reading goal that I set in my Goodreads account. So I finished The Spell Shop last night. I stayed up pretty late to finish it, but I really loved the way this book wrapped up. It was a little bit of a slow start for me at first. I struggled to feel connected right off the bat to our main character and to her journey, to her goal, which makes sense because she's a guarded she's a guarded person. That's all part of her personality. And so once she started to open up to her neighbors and started to feel and build those connections with the people in her new home, then I felt more connected to her as well. And once that happened, then I couldn't put it down. It was a really sweet, cozy, magical story, and I really appreciated the balance between the imaginative elements, the diversity in the characters, the whimsy of what this world is, balanced with kind of the high stakes of what Kayla needed to keep hidden and what she was fighting for. So I thought that it was a really good balance. It wasn't too dark, too heavy, too political, and it also wasn't too whimsical, too light, too kind of airy. So I really appreciated that. I liked this one a lot. And then this morning I finished listening to Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica, and this one really surprised me. I have only listened to one other Mary Kubica audiobook, and that was earlier this month, which I loved as well. And this one, I was just looking for an audio that I could listen to while I'm walking the dog or doing chores. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. And so I saw this one was available. I checked it out from Libby, and it blew me away. This was so good. It was a wild ride. And if you're somebody who... Some of the reviews that I was reading were disappointing because so many of the reviewers were getting... So many of the reviewers who were giving this book low ratings were getting too hung up on the plausibility of some of the events. And I think with books like this, like, you have to, with books in general, with fiction in general, you have to be willing to and able to put some of your expectations of reality aside. Although I do get it when sometimes things feel too far-fetched. There's kind of a balance, but I didn't feel like this walked that line at all. I thought that it was a wild journey that I was just happy to be along for the ride. At no point did I have any idea where this was headed and who was going to be responsible, and I thought there were a lot of really good distractions, a lot of really good red herrings throughout that seemed like they could have been a lot of really good red herrings planted throughout the story that seemed like they could have panned out into solving the case, which they weren't. So highly recommend this one. And I think that Mary Kubica is kind of my new go-to thriller author. So I'm interested. I'm very excited to read more of hers. I've read She's Not Sorry and Local Woman Missing. So if you have recommendations for your favorite Mary Kubica books, leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to check them out. I'm definitely going to be checking out the rest of her backlist. And that brings us to the end of this video. I was successful in meeting my book count goal for November, which I was thankfully able to squeeze several books in over this week off. My TBR kind of shifted a little bit, which I have some reasons for. So some of the books that I was planning on reading in November, I did not get to, which I'm going to go over in my November reading wrap-up video, which should be coming soon, shortly after this one. And in December, I'm looking forward to reading some more wintry, atmospheric reads, some Christmas reads, some holiday rom-coms, and getting cozy for the holiday season. If you made it all the way through, I would love to hear in the comments down below, what is your favorite genre to read in winter? Some people, I'm torn between kind of winter-themed horror, winter thrillers, and winter rom-coms. So what do you prefer? What do you gravitate towards? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, happy reading, friends.